You guys want to know how I went from this to this? Check this video out, and we've got a lot going on here. Well, let's follow me through this overcast, kind of sprinkly. It's kind of gonna start raining, cold kind of day. So let's get to it. First thing you want to do is you want to remove your rear bumper so you can take off your tail lights and those two inner lights to get your new taillights in. To do that, you need to pull off this Allen, this Allen. There's a Phillips screw right there for other cars that haven't been pulled apart. There's two clips down there. You have your under diffuser clips that need to be removed, and a few clips down there, and a Phillips screwdriver, and a Phillips screw. And then you pull the bumper back this way, pop it out, and your bumper comes right off. To make your life a little bit easier when pulling off the rear bumper, I like to pull this little piece out by putting my hand down here and pulling straight up and out. I got to clean that. Oh my God. Put that right here. Take the, I don't know, you want to call this trunk weld, pull that up just to make life a little bit easier. Then all I do is pull that back, pull that back, and if I can pull that back. So I pulled that tab out this way, straight back. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Then I'm gonna carry the bumper and put it over there. Now that the bumper's off, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the taillights, which in this case, you should have some clips. I lost mine. They're just 10 mil nuts and bolts right there. And then don't forget to remove the connectors that you have plugged in. Same thing on this side. Pull this back. A few connectors right there, and those 10 mil bolts. Usually you have a cover here with a bunch of clips. I decided not to put that back in just because I knew I had to run wires and all that. So just got to disconnect these if I can ever get to it. Yikes, that does not want to give up. Pull that down, clip down, and then you remove your nuts. Obviously I'm missing some just because I suck at organization, and they just simply slide back. I think for this you have to remove this right here, and if I can point it out, there's possibly 10 mil bolts holding it in. When you take those 4 nuts off and the 2 connectors, just remember there are 2 10 mil bolts down there that you got to move this bracket off and then slide the whole entire taillight out backwards. One thing that I failed to mention is that there is a 10 mil screw that you got to take out from, I wish I could get the right angle for it, but it's like somewhere back there. I think that's the one on both sides. And you take those 10 mils out, and then there's these clips that you got to push in. I broke this one. And you push in, and it literally, this plate just literally, I think goes like this, slides up and out. That way, you can put this over here, and then you can take out your taillights. Once you remove all your taillights, it should look a little something like this. And then all you gotta do is take your new taillights, put them back in place, plug everything up, put all your nuts and bolts in, make sure to put your bracket back on. There and there's this bracket, where the screws need to be removed and moved onto the new taillights. You put it all back together, plug everything up, put your bumper back on, and that's how you remove and replace your taillights. So in this bundle of wires are actually some strobing dancing taillights. A few things you're gonna need. You're gonna need your taillights, some connectors from DIY Mods, heat shrink. The way I'm approaching it is add a fuse or add a power line, whatever you want to call that. I'm not gonna put it to the battery, but add a fuse, some black coated wire because you don't want to mess up your power and ground on here and be very confused. Some quick disconnects, some snips, some flex tube, some more snips, and zip ties. So there's a bunch of wires back here that I need to solder on. Switches that actually look good. This looks good right here. This right here is definitely a concern. Your thoughts on this, Pedro?
Yeah, you can fix it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like, what are your thoughts on who did this?
Oh, well, pretty janky.
Yeah, but that's not the jankiest part. If you look right here, it's speaker wires. All speaker wires to a battery, and it's not even like it's not even crimped. It's just electrical taped on. Like,
You know what we say about that? Basura.
it's definitely going to basura right now. So all I'm gonna do is cut this off right here. This is gonna be my new power wire that I'm gonna add on to this right here. And then we're gonna put a new negative wire in the color coded black so we don't get lost in the wiring. So there's a lot going on down there, but really the video is all about how to install taillights, not these per se. These were a little trickier than your OEM taillights just because of, well, you can see the dancing feature on these. So all I had to do is really get these pre-made. There's some wiring. I got these from DIY Mods, Jeff Shin, I believe, and just made these all plug and play for the most part. Forgive me, I'm still cleaning up in here. Ran the wiring harness, the modules in there, ran one of the wires up here. This one isn't connected because I bought these used, and the seller told me that, hey, everything's gonna be fine, you know, it's all ready to go. But he failed to mention that, and it kind of upset me, that the sealant on here was coming apart, as you can see right there. And let's go over here. I don't know if we can see this right here, but it's chipped. Like I don't understand why is it like that. Some of these LEDs are kind of burned out, but for how much I got it for, was it worth it? It's debatable. But yeah, the pre-made wiring harness, ran it down under through the pillars, ran it up here, put a new switch on it because I didn't like the switches that were on there. It was a little bit rigged. Fixed a lot of the rigging, ran the power to add a fuse to keep these on at all times, so I can just do that, turn that off, and still turn those off, and it's not working anymore. Yes, I do know that there's a little bit of a drop, but I do turn on the car every day. They won't die. Guys, I really do appreciate watching these videos. Oh my god, it means so much to me that you guys watch these videos, you guys share, you guys like, and some of you guys will subscribe, some of you guys are not, and that's okay, that's fine, you know, things happen. But really do appreciate how much support you guys show me with these videos. I hope you guys like this video. Hope you guys can give this a thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment below, and it would mean so much if you guys would subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day. Have a blessed and amazing holidays, and just, you know, enjoy your time with your family. I will see you guys later. Bye.